This week in Jamaica Now, grief as Labour and Social Security Minister Shahine Robinson passes, ending her battle with cancer. Then,
people, the police are here.
Police draw down on Biniman and Bounty Killer as they go head-to-head in a Verzuz clash.
There are 500,000 people watching us right now all over the world. Do you want to be that guy? Do you want to be this guy?
The Prime Minister weighs in.
If we were to be, brutally honest, certainly not at all times social distance was observed during the performances.
Ship workers sent into home quarantine blast the government over mistreatment as they are taken to their residences.
This is not how you treat your citizens.
Augustown anger. A disabled woman is shot dead in her bed by a soldier chasing a wanted man. Bunny Wailer anxious as his longtime partner goes missing. And pastor hacked to death in St. Elizabeth.
This is my family. 5 generations of women, all the way from me, the wise great-great-grandmother, right down to our precious new addition. There's a common thread between us. We're financially secure and we all use credit unions.
For every generation, for every phase of life, the credit union way is the complete way to save, borrow, and invest.
I'm Damian Mitchell, and this is Jamaica Now. We begin with news that Labour and Social Security Minister Shahine Robinson has died after a battle with cancer for some time. Days before her death, Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang visited her. Mrs. Robinson had been the Member of Parliament for North East St. Anne since her stunning by-election win in the traditional PNP constituency in 2001. In 2010, the seat was declared vacant after Mrs. Robinson admitted in court that she was a U.S. citizen. This was a breach of the Jamaican Constitution for an MP to have an allegiance to a foreign power. Mrs. Robinson was, however, re-elected in a by-election. In 2018, it was reported that she was doing tests overseas, and later it was confirmed that she had been diagnosed with cancer. There were anxious moments late Saturday evening as the police drew down on the corporate area location where dancehall artists Biniman and Bounty Killer were engaged in the highly anticipated Verzuz clash.
Everybody dead. Try to hold the piece of wire busting on me head. That's when if you rub out from head down to set. Beenie to make your Grammy get to your head.
The dancehall icons had been offering one hit song after another during the event being streamed live to nearly 500,000 viewers when Biniman made it clear that something unexpected was happening.
People, the police are here. And they're saying good evening. Good evening, officer. How are you, sir? You all right? You good? Huh? Crystal? Everything good? All right, can we not do this right now? The world is watching us right now. Can we not do this right now? Can we not do this right now? There are 500,000 people watching us right now all over the world. Do you want to be that guy? Do you want to be this guy? You want to be that guy? Do you want to be that guy? Do you want to be that guy? Hey, stop. Killer, we're not going to make them disturb our thing. Killer, come back over here, son. Them gone out the door.
Culture Minister Olivia Grange said she was happy that the situation was resolved. There has also been tremendous international response to the clash, with well-known celebrities like Rihanna, DJ Khaled, Missy Elliott and Busta Rhymes among those weighing in. And Prime Minister Andrew Holness tweeted that he was also enjoying the clash. But did he overlook the social distancing breaches during the clash? The Prime Minister was asked to respond during Tuesday's post-cabinet COVID press briefing.
If we were to be, brutally honest, certainly not at all times social distance was observed during the performances. But from my recollection, that the gathering orders were generally observed, and at points in time, I recall, they were apart.
Government officials are reviewing complaints of poor treatment of crew members who were on Wednesday released from the Bahia Principe Hotel into home quarantine after testing negative for the coronavirus. One of the crew members sent a video to the Gleaner complaining that they were kicked out of their rooms from as early as 5:45 a.m. and after waiting for hours, they were loaded into buses around midday and dispatched to their respective parishes.
This is utter madness. This is injustice. This is injustice. This has to stop. This is not how you treat your citizens. If we're even Jamaicans anymore, because I certainly don't feel like it. This is the new drama unfolding on Bottom Road. What time is it now? Let me see. 5 minutes to 6. From we leave, from they kick us out of the room 5 o'clock this morning with nothing to eat, nothing to drink.
There was anger in the Augustown community of Bryce Hill Road this week after a 44-year-old disabled woman was shot dead on Wednesday afternoon. Residents say Suzanne Bogle was in her bed when she was shot dead by a soldier. A group of soldiers were reportedly chasing a wanted man when they entered the woman's house. The incident comes as the JDF is under fire after a rise in reports of assault and other criminal conduct. Up to May 28 this year, the Independent Commission of Investigations began probing at least 18 incidents involving the JDF. For all of 2019, INDECOM probed 15 incidents involving soldiers. Iconic reggae singer Wailer is now receiving medical treatment to manage the distress triggered by the disappearance of his partner of 50 years. Jean Watt has not been seen or heard from since last week Saturday after she left their Washington Gardens residence. She is reported to suffer from memory loss. Jabi, as the Wailer is known, suffered a mild stroke in late 2018. Maxine Stowe, Wailer's manager, and his son Abijah are spearheading the family crisis as they launch an intensive search for Watt. Residents of Top Hill Junction, St. Elizabeth are in shock after the partially decomposed body of Patrick Brown was found at his home on Sunday. It had multiple chop wounds. The popular 40-year-old pastor of the Exton New Testament Church of God in Junction was last seen in the community last week Wednesday. After not seeing Brown since Wednesday, residents became suspicious when they noticed that his Toyota Axia motor car, which was normally parked in his yard, was missing. Calls to his phone went unanswered. When he did not show up at church on Sunday morning, a member of the congregation visited Brown's house and raised an alarm. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. Like this video on our YouTube page, turn on your notifications, and subscribe today. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, scenes from the Minneapolis protests as people demonstrate against the cop killing of an unarmed black man, George Floyd.